I wasn't wearing all that. I was just wearing a gown, just a flowing gown, like me, like a teacher gown. You know, like a teacher gown with a flash shoe.
All those counselors.
As in, I bought into here, like those kind of
Did they have hood? They got it.
No.
They have hood.
Why, please? They didn't have any food. And I went to a store and got the army green gown. And I'm not saying army green is the color for success, because if they go into me now, you go see people come go follow me, go wear army green.
Army green. They flog you. You said to yourself that you will do this and you went for a second interview. So this is you telling us your experience during that second interview. The first interview was in Lagos. The second interview, was it the same location? Just tell us everything and what you did differently from the first interview.
My second interview was in Abuja. You know, in the same group, I was hearing, Abuja is good, or Abuja is giving visa to students, so nobody go mad to go back to Lagos. Even the Timi, and I'm not saying Lagos is bad, because Titi got her visa in Lagos.
Yes.
In our group,
she
got her visa approved in Lagos. Yeah. So it's really not
about location.
But you know now is the flow. So and to me that was gingering that Lagos is nothing, got denied, you know. So we now started pushing for Abuja, and then I went to Abuja the second time. My interview was about 7:30 a.m. And although because of the coronavirus thing, they did obey time, so anybody that comes, go in and all those things. So I was like number 18 or so. I was number 18 in the line, but by the time I started going through the process, because I wasn't wearing belts, I wasn't wearing all that, I was just wearing a gown, just a flowing gown, like a teacher gown, you know, like a teacher gown with a flash shoe.
All those counselors.
As in, I bought into here, like those kind of
did they have hood? They got it. No. They have hood.
Why, please? They didn't have any food. Just the simple girl. And the thing is, because they say you have to be African, they like African kind of thing. I braided my hair with a kind of chocolate kind of attachment. It doesn't really matter, Sha, but I did that to kind of tone my kind of appearance down. And then this girl I bought was a army green kind of color.
New gown again, no? New gown.
Pardon?
Was it a new gown again?
New gown. Like almost more than my new. Like you think I'm very Christian.
No, I was asking if you bought it like it's new. You know, the first interview you went with something new.
Okay, yeah, this one was new. I really do not have those kind of thing in my wardrobe. I'm the jean kind of person, the jean and the polo kind of person, because I work in a construction company most of the time. So I do the jean things. And church, I don't really do. I do an African complete wears gown church, so I can't do that. So this one, I really went to buy something, and I went to a store and got the army green gown. And I'm not saying army green is the color for success, because if they go into me now, you go see people come go follow me, go wear army green.
Army green. They flog you.
It's just the what is it called? My own inspiration. People have different inspirations and so but the thing I did differently was I custom made that gown. I added small Ankara on the buckets and on the hands, so you're looking at me, you're seeing a bit of African kind of touch like that, pouch. That's what I did. So I actually took it to a tailor to do that for me. And then when I wore the gown, you think I sewed the gown, but I got it in a store. So that was what happened. And then I was very free. It's just something you button, just tied, you know, and it's like down is free and up is, you know, just like a teacher kind of thing. And then I went, and because of that gown, I was really ahead of so many people that was
Well,
wearing
yeah.
them, all these and all these kind of things. So after everything, I was the number 10 in the interview. And so God so kind, I was like the first girl out of the whole lot. And the Abuja embassy was a bit more friendlier for me because they have these settings, they have space, so you can look the flowers and be talking to the flowers while walking through. And then I went to through the interview. So that being said, going to the interview proper. When I went there, the first thing I said was, "Oh, good morning, sir." And he said, "Oh, good morning." I said, "Happy New Year," trying to see his kind of. But then he interviewed 9 people and he denied about 5 people and gave like 4 people. So I was the number 10. And I actually know what he likes to hear. He really wants you to speak out loud. And that's what people really don't know. There is nothing rude about you shouting your answers. There's nothing rude about it. You just have to find your politeness in making yourself audible
Head.
enough for them to hear. Because they won't tell you. That's one thing that I think happened to me in my first interview. I think I wasn't loud enough for the guy to hear me. And most of the time when I'm nervous, I try to speak fast. So, and they can't tell you, "Hey girl, you're speaking fast though. Tone down," or "You're not speaking loud enough," or "Speak loud." No, they won't. I don't think they have that time to do that because they have lots of people coming for interview. So this time around, I learned from experience anyway. So I actually spoke out loud. So the first guy that they gave visa, the guy sounded rude, like, "What are you going to do? I'm going to study mathematics in blah 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 database. I'm coming back to my country, Nigeria." And every time, the minute he finished, I was like, "This guy not rude." Approved. We gave him white paper. Say, "Shay, so this is how it is, Ayana. Let me go there." So when my time came, the first question he asked me was, "Where are you going to?" The normal question. I told him I'm going to Northern Arizona University in Flagstaff. He said, "Okay, so who is sponsoring you?" I said, "My guardian is sponsoring me, sir." He now said, "Okay, what does your guardian do?" I said, "He's an architect. He has blah, 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 blah." And then he said, "Okay, then what?" I said, "Okay, no, what I'm doing." I had to say what my work almost immediately so that there won't be a reason for that. My work
Telling
my
people.
work with him is, I'm actually a researcher. He's quite interested in environments of education in our society, and he really wants to work on that. So my own work is, I'm documenting and researching on the what is it called, on environments in primary school education in my society, Anambra State. So he was like, okay, so this your guidance. I still my guidance, my employer is still my employer. He said, okay, so what's your course? What course are you going for? I told him. So why did you choose this course? He asked me. So I said, um, I told you I was bullied when I was in secondary school. And then, just like, "You're very natural." And then I chuckled, like, something like that. Like emotional kind of thing. Like, I want to, that bully is still in my head. Like this life. So and I said, I wanted to give up before my dad encouraged me and told me that he actually regrets giving up now. And that developed my passion for teaching and assisting children through school environments, their wartime through school environments. I already have another undergraduate degree in education foundation, and it has assisted me to helping lots of children in my mother's school. And I believe and I believe a master's degree in counselor education would give me the necessary skill I need to reach out to more children, not just in my mother's school, but all over my country, Nigeria. He was like, "Okay, so what's your future plan?" I was like, so I try to divide my future plan in two, and I have like my long-term goals and my short-term goals. My long-term goals, as I said earlier, my short-term goals, as I said earlier, I will work with my mother in her private school. She was a private school. And then I'll be a school counselor there while working with other private facilities. My country really do not know so much about counseling, and it's really a vital thing about it. It's really a vital thing in my society, and it's really one thing that actually made your country so much developed because people really from tender age know what they do in school, and this is the work of counselors. And then after that, my long-term goal is actually trying to get into the system of government in my country, Nigeria. I really want to be in a position where I'll make decisions and give rules and apply them so that counselor education will be something that is very, very relevant across the board in my country, Nigeria. And then he said, "Oh, that's a good one." And then he now, literally, he didn't really ask me so much anymore. He just asked me, the next question he asked me was, so when are you coming back? I said, "I'm coming back." I actually know the dates in my head. My course is finishing December 2023, and I'm coming back. I'll spend 2 weeks gathering my things, and after that, I'm back here in my country. My mom is waiting for me. She will soon retire, and she can't wait for me to come back and join her. So, and then he said, "Okay, I'll grant you I'll approve your visa." And then he gave me the white paper. I was still standing there. No, no, no. And he was looking at me. He was looking at me. He was like, "No, I'll keep this. I'll keep the passport." I was like, at that time, I realized that I was actually granted this. And then I said, "Thank you so much, sir." He now laughed, and then I went out, and that was just that for me. That was my that was my experience and my whole thing, and that was that.
Wow.
Any other thing?
That, yeah, and I'm coming to that. So this is very, like the journey, everything has been like, from how you started to getting denied and now getting approved. It's a whole lot. And now, what now happened after your visa was approved? Now let's talk about your journey, your preparation after your visa was approved, and then